Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here, and welcome back to another Bitcoin technical analysis. And today I want to explain why Bitcoin is looking bearish once again. Now, it did see rejection for the third time from the top of this parallel channel and from the top of this upper resistance line. And in addition to that, it does look like it wants to form some sort of a death cross on the 4-hour chart between the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Now, along with this, we are going to be looking at some fib retracements and some other support lines that it could land on, but I want to kind of explain where I believe Bitcoin is going from here and why. So if you guys are interested, go and stick around for the video, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this one. Now, it is long overdue since I do a TA video. I did do a little bit on the live stream last night, but I want to make sure that I go in depth and explain this in a full-on video today. So if you guys weren't able to make it to the live stream last night, what I basically talked about is how we have our first touch point up in here, really more so our first touch point down in here, then our second touch point up here, our third down here, our fourth up here, our fifth down here, and then our sixth down here. So this guy has really just been kind of ricocheting, and this is actually a wick over here if you guys can't see that. But basically it goes from this wick from support to resistance, back to support, back to resistance, back to support, then back to resistance. Now, the very unique thing about this scenario is that this guy actually double bottomed over here on Bitcoin. Now, immediately people were thinking, okay, this could very well be a descending triangle playing out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points on resistance, maybe even 5 if you count that last little wick. So when people are looking at this, they're saying, okay, well, this is established resistance, and this is a double bottom over here on Bitcoin on a 4-hour time scale, and you can even see this on the daily. So with this actually playing out, a lot of people were skeptical that this could actually be a double bottom and actually a breakdown to the 618. However, that was very fastly contradicted, as this did break to the upside. And as soon as this resistance broke, it was the green light to go right back up to upper and overall and overbearing resistance at the top of this channel. Now that was around 12,100, 12,200. This guy actually just had a really nice piercing candle out of here on the daily, pierced through, came right back in, and then respected this upper resistance trend line, testing it about 3 or 4 times on a 4-hour time scale, which is pretty significant. So it was able to test this a lot, was not able to break it, and it is coming back down. So with it coming back down, it did fall right below the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA. And what we were looking at over here is what we had was a death cross leading to this little downtrend, and then we had a golden cross leading to this little uptrend. And now we're looking at a potential death cross once again on Bitcoin on the 4-hour. Now, again, I do want to kind of emphasize, when we are talking about a death cross, this isn't on the daily time scale. So it's not like saying that this thing is going to dump, $3,000 to $5,000. Now, if that was on the daily time scale, we would take it a little bit more seriously, but again, for me, I like to measure death crosses on macro moves from the daily and the 3-day time scale, not necessarily as much on the 4-hour, because it just doesn't have as much of an impact. Now, again, it does have an impact. That's why we're talking about it, but it's just not as significant as the daily, and I want to make sure that that's very clear before we move forward here. So now that it actually has broken down underneath really both of these what should have been support points of the EMAs, now these guys are going to be tested as resistance. So what I might be watching for here is a little bit of kind of a, I don't want to call this a dead cat bounce, but kind of just a bounce from this area, rejection from the EMAs, and then maybe back down towards the bottom of this channel. Now let's go ahead and talk about the supports that are in between here and there. Now, of course, we do have this double bottom area looking for a potential triple double bottom. So, or not a triple double bottom, a triple bottom rather. And if this guy doesn't hold, which I don't think that it will, but if this doesn't hold, if it gets back down here, again, my target is going to be towards the bottom of this channel once again, somewhere possibly near the 618 or right above the 618 area in the 7 to 8. Well, really more so from the 7,000s to the the lower 8,000s. So anywhere towards the bottom of this channel over in here. That was very big. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit smaller. So anywhere really kind of along this line down in here is where Bitcoin's going to be able to kind of bounce off of, in my opinion. Now, the 618 is going to be a very strong support for Bitcoin. It is the golden fib retracement, so I am looking at that. I've been talking about that a lot. So I don't want to cover it too much in this video just because of how much I have covered it in the past videos. But that really is my targets towards the downside. Now, I want to go ahead and kind of show something that I was showing on stream last night on why Bitcoin is secretly bullish. And maybe I'll kind of save this for another video, but I want to kind of touch on it now and just argue that this could be just a giant bull flag. Now, I brought up this theory before. Now, this is on the daily time scale. So what if this whole thing is just a giant bull pull, this whole little uptrend, and then this falling channel is a giant bull flag? Does this mean that Bitcoin could have a very, very nice breakout coming in the future? I think it definitely could. We need to see if it can hold this support, but if it can, which again, and another thing I want to highlight is that this is right around the 200 EMA on the 1 day time scale. So again, double support down here in here, right below the 50% fib retracement. Could it actually come down here and then bounce off of this? I think it's very possible, but again, time is going to have to tell, and we're going to have to see where this guy plays out from here. Another thing I wanted to look at is kind of these EMAs, indicators, oscillators. They're very neutral right now. So if you're looking at these guys, yes, you could actually be looking at some potential bullish divergence on the 1 day on the MACD. However, I still think it's a little bit too early to tell. I think that what we're getting right now is just a bounce from kind of the harsh downfall that we had over here. I mean, we're talking in a matter of a couple days. What is this? From August 10th to August 15th, Bitcoin has fallen from nearly $12,000 to $10,000. So about a $1,500, about a $1,700 downfall just in the last week or so of Bitcoin. So I think that right now it's kind of just recovering a little bit, but this could definitely see some more downside potential in the future. So I've already talked about the supports. I don't want to go too much deeper into this. Volume is actually pretty good recently. However, it has started to fall off once again. You can see that this bullish volume is falling off again, making me believe that this is going to be rejection from the EMAs and that this guy's actually going to come back down over here. So again, just my thoughts, not legal, financial, or tax advice in any way, but that is just really how I am looking at the Bitcoin market, and even more so the crypto market in its entirety right now. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. Share this video if it really did help you out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.